Learn all about how to scavenge and survive in the event of a nuclear apocalypse. This tutorial is 100% approved by the establishment. For all injuries ranging from paper cuts to decapitations, an atomic adventure awaits. Is that toilet paper and booze? Welcome to your atomic scavenge drill. Pay attention and you just might make it. Hold the grab control to skip my words, but every time you do, the Reds will drop an extra nuke. Ow. No time to waste. Get moving and head to the marked point in front of you. Move it. Hi. Good job. There might just be hope for you yet. Just keep those legs moving. One more time. You know the drill. Marker. Living room. Go, go, go! Oh, here we go, here we go. Not bad, but you'd better be in good shape. There is more where that came from. Fun time's over. It's a matter of life and death now. Find your son, Timmy. ASAP. Timmy! Family comes first. Grab Timmy. He will be the first to visit your cozy shelter. That's it. Consider taking other family members too. I'll leave the exact priorities to you. Timmy is safe, but you need to find food to keep the shelter stocked. Oh, there we go. So, an excellent choice. This can sustain a family of 4 for a day. Every American atomic shelter also needs a supply of water. Hunt for some bottles. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Ah, something. That's enough water for now, but you've got yourself a problem buster. You can only carry so much, and every item weighs at least 1 slot. You need to drop whatever you're carrying at the hatch before you can pick up more. Okay, how do I do that? When near the hatch, drop all items you have. There's a good chance they will survive the fall. Bingo. You got yourself a small stockpile of food, water, and even little Timmy. No one knows how long you'll be staying down there, so you'll need a radio. Gimme. This game's weird. Like, why? I mean, I know this is just... Maybe it's just because this is the tutorial, but that is totally a radio. Why the hell can't I grab it and, just throw it down there? This is a horrible tutorial. Can't find your own radio? Check the living room. That's it. Nothing's more useful than news from the radioactive outside world. I need that gun. Sometimes you get a few extra seconds before the siren sounds to scout your surroundings, but after it goes off, you need to start packing. Our incredibly advanced warning system gives you 60 seconds to scavenge whatever you need and get yourself to safety. Let's give it a try. Collect at least 5 more items and family members in the next 60 seconds, and make sure you find yourself close to the shelter when the time is up. Give me all the soup! Oh, Jesus. Get your tuba down that hole. I need music to entertain me. You've got enough supplies. Collect some more if you want. Remember to get close to the shelter. Yeah, I'll throw my family down there. Oh, God. We need to grab everything. Oh, we don't have much time left. We need luggage. We need a map for no reason. We need something. No room. Give me that gun. Give me that soup. Oh, God. Ah, that's all I got time for. That's all I got time for. Okay, I'm just gonna stand here. Stand here and be safe. Now you know how to get what you need to survive. But your training is far from over. I will see you downstairs for survival training. At ease. Day 1. Day 1. You made it to the shelter. Congratulations, but the drill's not over yet. You'll end up here with whatever and whoever you brought with you. Nothing else. You'll need to make the most of it. The next few days will teach you how to survive down here while the world outside burns. Explore and interact with your surroundings. You can always find out useful things about your shelter and its inhabitants when your survival journal is not opened yet or hidden. First things first, we must ration food and water. If you don't wine and dine yourself and the folks you've brought with you, you can bet your bottom dollar none of you will ever see the light of day again. As long as you have food and water available, ration it out to a given person by selecting the picture of a can or bottle under their portrait, or instantly ration out both by clicking on the character's image. Of course, you might save your supplies for later, but a normal person can only survive 4 days without water. As to food, the longer you deny your people rations, the weaker they will get and might eventually get sick. Even if you manage to cure them, it will take quite a few cans and a lot of time to replenish their strength. Time to ration supplies. What's left? Since this is your first day down here, you'll need to get used to your surroundings. Believe me, ventilation hum can drive anyone nuts if you don't occupy yourself with something to do. Get some decent rest, and we'll carry on tomorrow. Nighty-night. Day 2. Good morning, survivalists. Hope you slept well. Bed's company enough? Company enough? Bed's comfy enough? No? Well, better get used to it since you'll be staying here for a while. We'll start today's activities with rationing, since you need to do it every day. But after that, we'll move on to something else. Got your attention? Good. Now listen, there is a risk you will run out of supplies eventually. Everything can be useful, but food and water are critical to your survival. If they are gone, you will be gone sooner than you can say, corn dog. So sometimes you will need to send people to the surface to bring in more supplies. Sending people out into the wasteland is no walk in the park. Do it too early or without a gas mask, then you can bet it's a suicide mission for them. Send healthy and well-fed people. Sick, hurt, or crazed people are more likely to perish out there. You can send one person at a time. Let's give it a try. This time you will need to send someone out. But if you ever want to skip a trip to the surface, don't select anyone. Dolores, get out there. You look cranky. This is a drill, so your explorer will come back after a little while, but in an event of a real apocalypse, they might be gone for a couple of days. In the meantime, you'll be faced with other problems that'll test you to the limits. I'm talking about making decisions that can break even the best of men's moral spine. We'll see what clay you're made of. But first, ration your food and water. We don't want anyone starving now, do we? Dolores is on her way back to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. She's crossed out. I'm gonna run out of food. I'm an army man, so I don't know a second thing about imagination, but you could probably use yours now. Picture the scenario: you come across your kid's hamster, who in some bizarre way found its way to the shelter. The kids are obviously going to love it, and so will you. There's nothing better than food that comes to you on its own. Now it's up to you. Do you cook him? No. Not until day 5. Good choice. The little furry guy can stay and fatten up. It'll make a bigger meal in a few days, and maybe your only source of food if you run out of cans. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? You might be faced with decisions that require you to use your equipment. However, sometimes you might find you don't have the one item that was supposed to save the day, so make sure you scavenge the right supplies before the blast. Keep in mind, every item can be used for something. What do you want to do today? Clean a rifle, listen to the radio, or maybe play shadow bunnies using a flashlight? Clean my gun. Good thinking. Keeping your weapons in working order is your #1 priority. Remember, even if they do get damaged, you might be able to repair them with some good old-fashioned American engineering though. And maybe some chewing gum and a shoelace. Good news, everyone. The expedition is back. Sometimes they'll return with extra supplies. Sometimes they won't. Other times, they'll come back with a nasty injury, or even radiation sickness. Believe me, you don't want to get those. I hear glowing in the dark isn't as fun as it sounds. This time, your explorer was hurt, but they will recover. After the proper use of a first aid kit, you can use one during rationing. Dolores was hurt. She would really love to eat something. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling this situation. She looks fine today. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Sorry kids, no water today. You need at least one alive adult to keep going. If you send your only survivor to the surface, you won't know what's happening in your bunker until they come back. And when they do, your shelter might already belong to someone else. A decent padlock may protect it, but not for long. This was a busy day. Take your time and get some sleep. If you made it this far, you're doing great and have a chance at getting out of this foxhole. Hopefully soon, but don't quote me on that. Day 6. We've only just seen someone outside, but let's give it another go today, shall we? The first time you were only asked to pick one brave volunteer to save the day. This time you will also get a chance to equip your explorer with some useful gear. Feed your troops, and I'll see you at the shelter entrance. Dolores would really love to eat something. Her wounds were patched up. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Nothing new for Mary Jane. Timmy is good. It's a good thing soup's liquidy. I don't have water still. Anything can be useful outside, and some items even improve scavengers' chances of survival. Notice you have a suitcase. That's handy. With a suitcase, your explorer can carry more. Go ahead, pick something. Morning, people. You're probably asking yourself one simple question. What's the point of sitting in this atomic shelter? Why don't I just leave? Well, leaving is a death sentence. If the radioactive sickness doesn't kill you, then the giant scorpions will. You can trust me on that. Your one chance is our boys arriving to rescue you. So every good citizen needs to do one thing. Seek contact with the US military and await a rescue. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Getting something to drink sounds like the right idea. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. That is fine. No, the rescue ain't coming today, but we'll come to get you eventually. You need to keep your radio operational and be ready to venture into the wastes. However, you also need to be careful. It might not be only our soldiers out there. There could be bandits, or worse, commies. Just imagine what will happen if the Reds discover you. So, let's agree to the rules for this drill. You can only open this door if someone knocks 2 times. Am I clear? 2 knocks. Day 8. This is a Scout Handbook. A can of bug spray is useful against insects and other creatures. She broke the radio. You'll need to remember that some days will be very intense. A lot of things will happen that you'll need to be prepared for. That's why any day that gives you a break is a blessing, and you'll need to make sure you make the most of it. Eat, drink, and relax, while thinking about all those commie bastards who don't have comfy bunkers like you. That thought always gets me through the day. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. We got an extra gun. The local school is a big building a mile away from our house. Nobody liked that place. The atomic blast didn't change that. Now, without windows and few walls remaining, it looks even more unpleasant. Pleasant or not, it seemed like a good spot to hunt for some useful supplies. Everybody adored the lunch lady. She was almost 80, and everything she touched tasted great and smelled of tomato. Now we know her secret: tomato soup cans. The biology class had an aquarium. The fish had died since no one fed them, but the aquarium water could still be drinkable. There was enough for a few bottles. The PE teacher was a World War II veteran. He kept some of his war trophies and memorabilia in his office at school. This included grenades, a bazooka, and a fully functional gas mask. The local scout team had its own room in the school basement. We found it filled with boxes and boxes of scout handbooks. Maybe they were preparing for the apocalypse. Anyway, we just took one. Exploring the wasteland can be quite exhausting, so we stopped to rest for a bit and turned on our radio, hoping to tune in to anything else than static, and so we did. We've managed to catch a frequency with some lovely songs. Those sweet tunes soon attracted a small group of friendly survivors. They stopped for a while to enjoy the music with us, and were kind enough to share their water. They left soon after. Damn it, we really liked that suitcase. Well, it's gone now. Our map really took a beating during our expedition. It's nearly unusable now. We shouldn't have taken that radio out with us. The fragile old box is broken. Alright, need something to eat. Where's the water when Ted needs it? Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink. Fast. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water. Now! As long as you keep your shelter stocked and remain cautious, you should be okay. However, every choice you make may come back to bite you on the ass, even after a few days or weeks. Consider your options carefully. This is a drill, but if the nukes start dropping, it'll be a totally different story. Day 9. If I were you, I'd check the door. Extraction team might be coming for you any day now, but be careful. This is a post-apocalyptic scenario, and you never know what's coming. Dolores wants to eat. Someone's at the door. You can hear several knocks. If you listen closely, you can make out sequences of 3 knocks. Do you open the door? No. Good call. That wasn't the knock you were waiting for. Cautions at all times. Remember that. Be cautious. Apply yourself, and maybe you and your family will be just fine. Or at least most of you. Let's see. Dolores hasn't eaten for a while. She ate yesterday, fuckers. As you were counting imaginary sheep in your head, another series of knocks came to break your concentration. Someone is really hammering on your door and probably not taking no for an answer. 2 knocks. 2 knocks. The pattern keeps repeating. Do you open the door? The end. Good job. You're safe and sound with our brave soldiers, and now we can all have some apple pie. You deserve it. We spent 11 days in our shelter. Alright, we survived the tutorial of 60 seconds Reatomized.